This next session, we're going to talk about price and helping you understand about pricing. Besides the break-even analysis and working through that, we're going to talk about the understanding the psychology of pricing. And, years ago, I was made sure I was the most expensive person in town. I'd mentioned that earlier. I want to make sure my prices were in line with my quality of work. And my business name was B, Body Mechanics, in a phone book. And so people would go through and they got to B pretty quick. And they'd call up and they'd say, hi, what do you charge for a 1 hour massage? And over you kept hearing that same question. Of course, if you're the most expensive person in town, they'd say, thanks very much. And they'd hang up and call the next person. But one day I was frustrated. I was talking to an attorney. He wasn't paying a bill that he was supposed to have paid. And he kept calling. People kept calling. This guy calls me up, and it was the wrong day to ask me that question. And I said, you buy cars that way? And he said, excuse me? I said, you buy cars that way. Do you care if it's a Porsche or a Yugo or a Cadillac or a... Do you care? And he said, I said, look, I'm sorry. I said, what do you have going on? He said, well, I got a headache. And I said, I'm sorry. It probably makes your headache worse. I said, look, I'm a specialist in headaches. I'm very good, but an hour is way too much time. I can actually work on your headache, and typically I can work on you in less than half an hour and have your headache to be gone. And I charge this much for a half an hour massage, but the truth is, if I can't make your pain go away in a half an hour period, I won't charge you a penny. Now how much do I charge? And he said, you got 3 o'clock? And so I got him in that day, but it taught me a lot about pricing and helping people understand that, people, when they ask that question, they're really asking an opening question. And salespeople will tell you, if you understand sales, that that's really an opening question. It's a sales question or a closing question where someone's asking something, which means I'm a buyer. I want your services, but I have no idea what to ask. So through that process of people calling up about pricing, I want to help you not address the question immediately, but change the narrative, change what the person's asking about, and really direct it to what they're asking truly, which is tell me more about you, tell me why I should do business with you, help me understand, because right now all I know about is price. So we want to talk about the narrative change and how we might do that. And one of the first ways we do that is to just ask those questions back, and just, instead of like a surgeon, someone calls and say, what do you charge for a surgery? And he gives a price. Well, he's going to ask you more questions. Well, what do you have going on? What kind of surgery do you need, right? So as a therapist, we're going to say, what do you have going on? The person's going to describe to you what's taking place, and we want to immediately go into the details of what that person's needs are. Not about us, not about price, but directly back and ask more questions. And so when you ask about that, the person might ask you for the appointment first, but all you do is direct it, say, I can take care of you with this. If it doesn't work, I won't charge you at all. I have 2 openings today. I have a 3 o'clock and a 5:30. Which one's better for you? And just go right into that closing where you're actually dismissing the price, mention the shorter amount of time as a price to fix that issue specifically, if that's what they want. If they just want relaxation, we'll say, you know what, here's what I do and this is what I charge, but ask more about the needs and then offer the appointment time. The second type of person that calls up, oftentimes, if I can tell that they're shopping for a good deal and the person says, what do you charge for massage? I will answer it in such a way that will put them off guard a bit. The person will say, what do you charge for a 1 hour massage? Or they'll say, I heard you're really good. What do you charge for a massage? And I'll say, you know what, I'm really expensive. So if price is an issue for you, I can refer you out to somebody else. And as soon as you say that, their ego gets involved, and they say, price isn't really an issue. They say, well, what do you have going on? What can I do for you? And I tell them right up front, and they'll say, I'm expensive. And they'll often say, well, why is that? And say, well, I'm very, very good at what I do. As a matter of fact, if I can't help you, I won't charge you at all, but I'm very good at what I do, and I charge accordingly. So, but if price is an issue, I'll refer you out to somebody else. And every single time the person says no, it's fine, because they don't really ask about price. They're thinking they want information on price, but you need to change that narrative away from cost and you be in control of the conversation. You're different. You're unique, and there's nobody in town who's just like you. It'd be like going to the grocery store and you look at a pound of flour or a pound of sugar. There's different brands, but it's all the same stuff. Well, massage therapy is not like that. You're very unique, and you should be charging accordingly. And to compare 2 therapists based on price is not fair. We're not a commodity. We're not flour. We're not some brand of stuff that you just buy off the shelf. We're very unique, and as you educate your client and help them see that we're not a commodity, but we're a very unique service that we're offering with a money-back guarantee, to be more likely to come see you and use your services. If you allow the focus to be about price, it will be. Years ago, and you've asked, probably thinking already, why does he keep saying he was the most expensive? Well, I'll give you an example. So years ago, I made a massage video, and I bought several of my competitions out there, seeing what was available on the market. And I made a massage video called Massage with Confidence, and you can buy it on Amazon.com. But back then, I sold it on Amazon, and now you can get it for free on YouTube. But I just gave it out because it's so old, but it's a great video. And honestly, it was the best video at its time. But at the time, I was competing against these nationally known organizations selling massage videos. And I went online, I looked at Amazon.com, and every video on there was about $15 for a VHS tape video. So I made my video, I packaged it up and got it ready for sale, and I made it $29.95, twice the price of the competition. And I put online, some people who had seen the video wrote some reviews about it. And within 6 months, out of over 100 massage videos, my video became #1 on Amazon.com and stayed at #1 for about 5 years. And so obviously it's more dated now. I made that video originally back in 1993. And it's an older video, but based on price, people thought, geez, it must be good. And that's true. And in any market, when you go to the store and you're going to buy a pair of shoes and you see two pairs of shoes and they look very similar, and one pair is $25 and one pair is $100, your assumption is the value of that shoe is the higher price shoe is probably better. And the same with massage therapy. If you think you're the cheapest price in town, you'll be busy. Most people think, boy, if they're super cheap, maybe they're not very good. And if you charge a lower price, that's going to be a problem for you. I actually had a therapist who I was consulting with years ago. Great therapist. She was personable. She was had a great office. She was very good at what she did. One of the best therapists I ever received a massage from. Very, very good. And she couldn't get the business in the door. And I was trying to figure out, so I kept asking her questions. And eventually I found out she was charging $25 an hour. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, you need to triple your price today because she goes, oh, I'll lose business. I said, you're not getting any business as it is. But people assume you must not be good because of your price. So I'd rather that you have a higher price and never discount. So understanding about discounts, this is important. So when you offer discounts and coupons and devalue your massage, the lowest price you ever publish is the new value in people's head. So let's talk about that. So years ago, there was a Circuit City store, and they sold music on discs. Now, of course, they're streaming audio and such, but they'd sell their CDs for a band for, let's say, about $18. But they would have a sale on every single disc. Eventually, during the period of about 60 days period, they'd rotate all music through, and it would go on sale for $11.88. That was their sale price. So for me, the value of a CD was $11.88. I would just wait for it to go on sale. So as a massage therapist, you have a price for your massage and you're advertising that as a discount. The new value in people's heads of your work is that lower price. Whenever you offer a coupon, you devalue that. And so I prefer to give out free work. So someone says, well, I want a discount, whatever. I'll say, well, I'll do it for free, but I don't discount my work. Or if you do, let's say you do a package of 5, and say if you buy 5 or you buy 8 massages, I'll give you 1 free. That's fine, but never say, which works out to an average of this cost per massage, because as soon as you say those words, it now devalues the massage. So I'd rather you do free massage and philanthropic and give that away, because as soon as you offer a discount, it devalues that work. So couponing and discounts don't truly build a good clientele, because what ends up happening is that you have a public who is looking for a good deal, and it's going to cause more problems. So be careful of discounting versus offering something for free.